travel. Continuing from my last little lesson on how you can strum the lyres of antiquity like a guitar, I'm going to go on to a different type of lyre. These wonderful lyres, this is one of my favourite, is made by Luthieros, and it's a bit more authentic, if you like, than the one I was playing last time, which is a modern design. This is strung as an ancient Greek lyre would have been, with the bass strings closest to the player and the treble strings furthest away. In other words, opposite to how a harp is strung. The reason for this is so you can actually feel the resonance of the instrument from the bass strings being closest to the player as you're actually playing the thing. But if you want to do this block and strum technique, which I discussed in the last little lesson, the confusing thing is all the hand shapes for your left hand are going to be the wrong way around. So, for the sake of argument, everything I'm going to transpose to the key of C. Or, as long as you think in terms of, say, a piano keyboard from C to C, that's pretty easy to visualise rather than think of sharps and flats and things. And of course, modal music isn't in sharps or flats. So when I say the note C, it's not the actual pitch C, but it's just so it's easier to think in terms of the key of C. So this particular lyre has 11 strings, which is quite a lot for a lyre. And it's the Lyre of Thamyris, as I say, made by Luthieros in Greece. So it's basically a major scale. So if you treat that as being notes in the key of C, then chord 1, to form chord 1 by the string blocking technique, what you do is basically block the following strings, and it is a nice chord sound, like this. Just like a guitar, you can strum away. And to create that chord, you're blocking with your thumb string 2, with string 4, you're blocking that with your index finger. Your middle finger blocks string 6, your ring finger blocks string 7, and your little finger blocks string 9. And you strum across, but don't strum the top string because that's not in it. So basically from string 1 right up to string 10. That's your chord 1, or if you're in the key of C, that would be like a triad of C. So to play chord 2, so again visualising a piano keyboard, if you have that's chord 1, chord 2 would be the next triad up the keyboard, say starting on a D, so DFA, the equivalent interval is DFA. And to strum this on this lyre, you would block the following strings. You block string 1 with your thumb, you block string 3 with your index finger, you block string 5 with your middle finger, with your ring finger you block string 7, and with your little finger you block string 8, and then just strum across. And there's just a few notes at the top, string 10 and 11, which aren't in the chord. So you can use those like the passing notes. So that's chord 2, the equivalent intervals as DFA, strummed. To play chord 3, that's the equivalent intervals as EGB. To strum that, you do this shape. And what I'm doing for that one, my thumb is blocking string 1, my index finger blocks string 2, my middle finger blocks string 4, my ring finger blocks string 6, and my little finger is blocking string 8. That's chord 3. So to play chord 4, the next one, that's the equivalent intervals as FAC on the white notes of the piano. And here's what it would sound like blocked with a nice strummy sound. And to play these chords, it's basically the same hand shape as the last one, but just moved up to the next string. So with my thumb, I'm blocking string 2. My index finger blocks string 3. My middle finger blocks string 5. My ring finger is on string 7. My little finger is on string 9. So then we come to chord 5. The equivalent intervals is G, B, D on the white notes of the piano. And this is what it sounds like, string blocked, a nice strummy sound. Sorry, wrong chord, this is the one. And again, on an 11-string lyre, there are 3 notes at the top that aren't in the chord, so you wouldn't strum across those unless you use them as passing notes. So to play chord 5, you block with your thumb string 1, string 3 is blocked with your index finger, string 4 is blocked with your middle finger, string 6 is blocked with my ring finger, and string 8 is blocked with my little finger. So to play chord 6, the next one, that's the equivalent intervals as A, C, E on the white notes of the piano. So to play chord 6, let's just work that out. It's basically the same chord shape that you had for playing chord 5, you just moved up one. So like the guitar, you have the same chord shapes. Of course, you don't have a fretboard, you're just blocking strings and strumming the open ones. So the same chord shape that moved up one gives you the chord 6 sound. And that is basically with your thumb you're blocking string 2. With string 4 is blocked with your index finger. String 5 is blocked with my middle finger. String 7 is blocked with my ring finger. And string 9 is blocked with my little finger. And that's all the chords that you can play, and you can actually use those chords and sing along to them. So there we are, so that's string blocking on a more authentic lyre with the bass strings closest to the player. I hope that made sense, and as I say, for more interesting tunes, plug my book again, available from Luthieros in Greece. This has a selection of 13 of my original compositions in some of the ancient Greek modes, so check it out. Anyway, I hope that was useful, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.